Hey YouTube, how you doing? Give me 1 second. I'm going to start up Instagram really quickly so I can let you guys know to come join me over here. Um, if this is your first time with me, great because it's my first time really here. It's my first broadcast. I'm very excited. Uh, did I not put and I can't wait for you guys to hear what I have to say. I'm Natalie Pierre Lewis, by the way. My company is NPL Consulting LLC. I'm going to introduce myself fully. I just need you guys to give me a little bit of time so I can get on Instagram and let people know that I'm here. Um, the reason why I have to let them know is because I'm going to be answering questions from Instagram, and I can't I can't answer the questions without shutting down to go in my inbox. So let me get on here and let Instagram know. All right. Okay. Hey, Instagram, if you're watching this, please come join me on YouTube. It's my first live broadcast on here, and I can't wait to answer your questions. I have a couple of questions that got to me ahead of time, and I also want to answer any live questions that you guys might have. Hi, Accounting for Entrepreneurs. Please come join me over in YouTube. Click the link in my bio, it's the second button. I'm going to be answering questions from Instagram on my YouTube live, and I can't answer those questions without shutting the live down to go and see the questions. So please come join me over on YouTube. Okay. And also, if you wouldn't mind sharing this with whoever you think might need it, tell your friends about me. All right. All right. I'm going to leave this up just for a little bit. And now I'm going to get into my YouTube. YouTube people, every so often, whenever someone pops in on my Instagram, I'm going to be letting them know to come join us over here. All right. Okay. So, hello everyone. Welcome to my first YouTube live broadcast. My name is Natalie Pierre Lewis. I'm the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is that I help entrepreneurs set up strong legal foundations for their businesses, and I also explain business and legal concepts in plain English. What that means is I help you get your business paperwork together. So, registration, contracts, trademarks, understanding what legal terms mean, I help you do that. My qualifications, you might ask. Well, here they are. I have been a licensed attorney for over a decade. I've started multiple businesses for myself and others. I've had many careers in the areas of law, entrepreneurship, education, hospitality, and administrative support. And most important, I'm very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everyone as possible. Not everybody has the time, money, or desire to go to law school or to business school, but plenty of people have business ideas. Luckily, we have this great invention called the internet where people like me can nerd out and teach you these concepts. All right. So you can check out all of the stuff that I do, like my podcast. My dog is so excited about my podcast, guys. He's like, oh my God, this is the best podcast you've ever heard in your life. You can also check out my blog. Go to the link in my bio, linktree/NPL consulting firm, linktree/NPL consulting firm, linktree/NPL consulting firm. And I'm putting that in the comment box right now for you, okay? Oh, come on. All right, guys. YouTube won't allow me to put that link in the box. So I'm going to, I'll just have to say it out loud. Linktree/NPL consulting firm. I'm going to write it down on a piece of paper for y'all since YouTube is hating. While I'm doing this, I want to let you guys know how my business got started. I live in the Washington, D.C. metro area, and a few years ago, they passed something called, y'all see that? Initiative 71, Linktree for session. Initiative 71. And Initiative 71 allowed for recreational use of cannabis. However, the way that this initiative was written, it was very poorly written, and people twisted it and started running quote unquote businesses. Now, I started going to events held by these businesses. And when I went in there, what I was seeing was really crazy. I saw people using really well-known trademarks to sell their stuff. They were using like Coco Chanel logos. They were using University of Maryland. They were using the Washington Capitals, our local baseball team. And I was like, do you guys understand that you can be sued for this? And nobody really knew that. And then I started asking people, do you guys have a business license? And that's when I realized that nobody there had a business license or knew what it was. So I had been helping my friends start their businesses for a while, including having my own pet services business for 4 years. And I decided to take my knowledge of business and the legal area and educate the masses. So this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my face out there. So this is how MPL Consulting LLC was born. So yeah, I just wanted to have this broadcast to introduce you guys to myself. And I also wanted to answer any questions that you might have for me having to do with starting a business, how to protect your ideas, anything about contracts. This is what this broadcast is about. So I do have 2 questions that were submitted ahead of time. Again, Instagram, come join me over in YouTube. And I'm going to read them for you. Give me one moment while I pull up the first one, okay? So this first question that I'm going to be answering, it was submitted by Summer Nicole Lee on Instagram, okay? And her question is this. I have a complex piece of artwork that I planned on using as a logo. Should I copyright the image to protect it or trademark the image? I'm so wary because copyright fees are about $55, but trademarking is almost $300. Okay, so Summer Nicole, I've got an answer for you. And I don't know if you like it, but before I give you the answer, we need to know what a copyright is and what a trademark is. A copyright protects a work of authorship, so something you create from your imagination. So a book, a play, a piece of art like you have here, a piece of music, right? And what a copyright says is that you created this and you have the right to say what happens to it. That's what a copyright does. All right. Now, when we're going for trademarks, a trademark is a legal way to set a mark aside for your goods in the marketplace. Okay. So the difference between a copyright and a trademark is a trademark is only allowed for being in business, only for commerce. So you can't just trademark something just because you don't want someone else to use it. You have to be wanting to make money with this trademark for it to be trademarked, okay? Copyright, I could have a song, I could have a piece of art, and I might not ever want to make money from it, but I still want control over that piece of work that I did. So that is when the copyright would come into play. So now we have to come to your question. Should you copyright or should you trademark? And the question is both, because the copyright will protect your artwork so that you have control over it. The good news about copyright is that you don't necessarily have to go the route of legally copywriting. What you can do is, hold on, I just had a stack of cards that I pulled out for you guys. Here we go. Is when you have your work, when you're done, somewhere in the corner of it, you should have this symbol a C within a circle, and the year that you made it. So you could say, like, we're in 2018. So if you made it this year, it would be, copyright 2018. You could get more specific and give the month and the day if you want. But this on that piece of work with your name would be enough to protect your work. Okay. Now, the trademark, because if you want that image to be associated with the goods that you sell in the marketplace, then you trademark. Okay. So if you're using that image to be the logo of your company, you're going to want to trademark it. Now, while you wait for the process of trademarking, what you can do is put this next to that photo in the upper right-hand corner whenever you use it with your goods that are being sold. So this mark is what you would put next to that photo when you're using it as a logo for the goods. So if you just have this piece of art and you want to sell it to a gallery or something like that, not even sell it to a gallery. Let's just say you created this piece of art you created. After you create it, you put your C, you put the date, you put your name, blah, blah, blah. You can hang that thing in your closet if you want to, okay? But now, if you take this same piece of art and you're saying, this picture is so beautiful, it's representative of my company. When people see this image, I want them to think of my company. That is when you need to start trademarking, all right? And yes, trademarking does cost about $300, but you have to ask yourself, how much more will it cost you in the future if someone takes your image and starts using it for something else without your permission? How much money are you going to have to spend to find this person and then send a cease and desist letter and take them to court if you have to? So it's better to make the upfront investment now to protect your work than have to, go back and do corrective measures later. If I were you, I would just do kind of the common law copyright and put this, the C with the circle and the year that you created it somewhere on that piece of work. All right. So that is the answer to Summer Nicole's question. Now, the next question that I had was from, excuse me, Camario World. And his question was, what's the biggest mistake new Black business owners make? I like this question. I like this question because we are in the land of opportunity. However, opportunity only comes if you know where to go to find it, right? And with our country's history, certain groups have not always had access to a lot of information. Some of us, we're trying to catch up, but it's still hard. And I find that in my community, while we are bursting with ideas that, can make us tons of money, we don't necessarily know how to implement them. So I actually have some questions that I would like you guys to ask yourself. And you, Camario, ask yourself when you're starting a business, because these are going to help you. You need to think about what business entity model are you going to use to establish your business as. Are you going to be a sole proprietor, partnership, limited liability company, C Corp, S Corp? I hear so many people saying, I want to start an LLC, or I want to be a CEO, and they have no idea what those things entail. You want to know what these types of business entities are and how they affect you financially, how they affect you legally, how they affect your ability to control your company, okay? You need to think about what state you're going to set up your business in. Even if your business is run entirely on the internet, you have a state, usually the state that you reside in. Some people like to go to Delaware just because Delaware is pretty easy to get an LLC set up in about 30 days, okay? But you need to think about what state. You need to look at your tax laws. You need to look at what type of business you're running and how easy it's going to be to open a business like that in your area, okay? Next, if we're talking about protecting your intellectual property, you think about, do you need a trademark, a copyright, or patent? Like I was saying earlier, a trademark protects your goods in the marketplace. It's for commerce, it's for doing business. A copyright is just to say, this is my work. I get to say what happens to it, okay? Then you have a patent, and patents protect processes or inventions. So if you develop, a new type of revolutionary razor or something like that. Actually, a lot of the patents that have been filed lately have just been improvements upon old patents rather than totally new inventions. Okay. You need to know the proper use of the symbols. Okay. Like I said, the TM symbol goes in the top right hand corner of your logo. Once you get your registered trademark, this, you replace the TM with this. And it again goes in the top right-hand corner of your logo or name, whatever you're trying to protect, all right? Now, your copyright. If it's a painting, you can pretty much just put it in a corner somewhere. If it's a song, you'll want to put it at the end of the liner notes, things like that. If it's a book, you'll want to put it in the beginning. If it's a play, the same thing. You just want to have somewhere that people know that it's your work. And a patent, nobody really uses the patent symbol. People mostly, if you're using a patent, it's probably on a device and you're going to see the patent number on that device on the label. Okay. So again, that's if you're trying to protect your intellectual property. Another thing that I run into a lot with Black business owners is that they don't have any contracts ready, templates. Like people are trying to book them, and they're just doing work on faith. You need a contract, and you need to know how to write one, or at least find a template. Another thing, aspiring small business owners, they don't know how to manage their money. Like, I can't tell you how many people I've seen running their businesses from Cash App or Venmo. Unless you have opened a business account specifically for your business that you're running through Cash App, you're not supposed to be using it, okay? You need to know exactly how much you should be paying yourself based on the amount of money that you're making. How much profit do you have left after that? How much can you spend on expenses? How much do you need to put away for taxes? Which merchant service is going to work best for you? Every time that you make a sale through a merchant service, and when I say merchant service, I mean things like Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, Stripe, Square, all of these countries, they're running a service. And every time you get paid, they take a little piece of it. So you need to think about, based on the volume or the price point of your business, what merchant service is going to be best for you. Mind you guys, all of these things you can find in my ebooks. They're for free download in my, if you click the link or go to the link, linktree/NPL consulting firm, you can find ebooks on all this stuff. Okay. Actually, this is a good time to reset. If you are just attending, my name is Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I'm the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business forming firm. What that means is that I help you get your business paperwork in order. I'm qualified because I've been a licensed attorney for over 10 years. I've started multiple businesses for myself and others. I've had many careers in the areas of education, law, entrepreneurship, hospitality, and administrative support. And most important, I'm very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everyone as possible. If you would like to see more of what I do, please check out all of my things at linktree/NPL consulting firm, linktree/NPL consulting firm, linktree/NPL consulting firm. There you'll find links to things like my podcast, where I interview entrepreneurs in unique areas of industry. You'll also find my blog, where I talk about the trials and tribulations of being an entrepreneur and how to keep motivated. Using that link, you can also book a free 15-minute consultation with me. So check it out. Come talk to me. Let's boogie. But let me go back to answering this question real quick. The last thing I said was that another issue that I see with Black businesses is lack of money management. And another thing is and this isn't just for Black businesses, but business in general, they don't know how to scale up. They don't know how to hire employees. They don't know how to do background check. They don't know how to set their employees up for success. Okay. So yeah, those were the questions that were submitted. I hope that you guys really find this broadcast helpful. I plan on doing these type of Q&As. I think monthly would be great. Let me know what you think, because at first I was thinking weekly, but I think that monthly would be great. But yeah, I just wanted to have you guys introduce you guys to me, get you used to me. I think that this is going to be a great platform for us to engage with each other, and so that you guys can have access to my content for a longer period of time than Instagram can allow, because that's where I usually was doing my broadcasts. So I hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.